Now, British researchers are developing peas that don't actually taste like peas. The idea is to produce an alternative to soya to meet the growing demand for plant-based food. Peas are high in protein, but they tend not to be used in vegan dishes because many people are put off by the taste. Don't know why. Anyway, the development would reduce carbon emissions because peas don't need fertilisers. Here's our science correspondent, Pallab Ghosh.
These pea plants are being grown at Mudley Farm just outside Norwich. When they're grown, Chris Harrison will use them to produce meat substitutes. This is what they'll look like after they've been processed. These protein chunks are sold to food firms to make into plant-based alternatives to meat dishes, like this chilli.
This is really delicious.
But it's easier to make spicy food because the pea protein tastes of peas.
Once you start to use milder flavourings, then you're more likely to taste the pea flavours coming through.
Burgers, for example.
Yeah, exactly that. So a lot of work goes into making burgers that don't have that vegetable flavour. That's probably been the biggest focus of that industry in the last 5 years.
These pea seeds could be the answer. They're of a wild variety found in India which have no flavour. They can't be grown commercially, but scientists have come up with an ingenious answer.
In this particular one, we have a flavourless trait. In this one, we have improved nutritional quality, but neither of these are variants that would be grown by the farmer. And we need to really get those traits into something like this, which the farmer is prepared to grow. So in other words, we're going to interbreed with these three types.
These are the first plants to have been crossbred with some of these seeds.
There's been an enormous increase in demand for plant-based foods. In the UK, it's growing at 30% a year. And growing peas could save farmers £15 million each year. That's because they don't need any fertiliser. And that would reduce CO2 emissions by a whopping 24,000 tonnes each year.
And British-grown flavourless peas would reduce the need for imported soya, which is widely used in many plant-based foods.
We all know we're facing a climate emergency. A lot of soya is produced in South America, and a fair proportion of it is produced following rainforest deforestation, and that obviously carries a big footprint.
The aim now is to produce a completely new variety of pea that's more nutritious, easy to harvest, and, most importantly, doesn't taste at all like a pea. Pallab Ghosh, BBC News, Norwich.